Okay, guys, it's our big debut. I'm Chris from Putting Down Roots, obviously, and today all we're going to do is take this Monstera that I actually had growing off of. I have one that's about 5 foot, and I have made many babies from it. It was a gift from a friend. And so this one is leggy, obviously, you can see. But every one of these nodes is potentially a new plant. And I'm going to show you how you root those. And basically, when we're finished, they're going to be in water. And it'll look like that. And that's the root actually growing. See that? The yellow there and there. There's a little tiny one on this side. Those ones are taking a little bit longer because they really didn't have a great node, but I can be patient. And then it will go in something like this, where it doesn't look like much, and you'll water it like that for a while. And then it'll start to do something like this. And then you'll start to see stuff like this. And then it'll open up. This one actually already had this leaf. But you get the hint. I actually just potted this like maybe 3 days ago. And that is new growth just since I potted it. So, and before that was just in water. So, I'm happy with how that one's coming along so far. And, my first one I've already given back to the person who gave me the original plant. She got the first baby that I made from doing it this way. And of course, it was my first time, and I was terrified to touch it. Now I find myself wanting to cut on it more and more, especially when they're like this, because I'm seeing how well my tall one's doing. Since I've been taken away from it, now all that chlorophyll is going to the rest of what's left, which is just one good, about 5 foot long vine. There's a few more clippings I think I'm going to take off of it and leave just the one vine, and I bet it'll really take off. But see, this one's good. It's already got a nice pretty leaf going. Doesn't have it split yet, but I see it wants to try. That'll be a leaf before long, and this will also be a leaf. Here's some aerial roots with also a node. So I can cut it here. And I could cut it here. And I could root it at this spot, this spot, this spot, and continue on down. So just because that one's really close to like when it's like this, and I think I can get more growth out of it, I'm going to take it down a little bit lower. Hey, how you doing? I can't see who's coming on, but I did hear someone. So anyways, I think I'm going to go down here just to be safe. That way, if I get any rot, I can cut it away. So the first clip, are we ready? Here we go. So sometimes when I cut these two, and like I find that I have a few that are close together, I'll have 2 separate containers one for less water, one for more water. Now, I just learned this, and it has proven to work a little better, to let the end callus first, because it's going to be in water. And I noticed through just after I heard it, then I started paying attention, and it is true. If you do let it callus for about an hour, it's less likely to dry rot and get soggy at the end, and you can still get your good node and everything else. So that's going to be in a little bit shallow water. That aerial root too will turn around and start to grow downwards, and that will help, establish a good solid root for it. And I think I'm going to take this one down here too. And then I'll just start doing them basically in the middle. Yeah, I think I'll root that one this way. Or depending on, how much I want to stick out of the soil there. And really I just do that so I can tell where it's at. If you bury it, then you might get it too wet too. And you can't tell in these ones because I added some more soil to them because they were kind of low looking to me. There is some peat moss underneath this soil. So, peat moss, that's a misstep in what you can see, but I do use that. Sometimes I just mix it together and just enough, I don't use as much as I do soil, but I've seen people use just peat moss, and I've seen people use just soil, and I've done it several different ways. I like the mixture because sometimes I overwater, and the mixture will help kind of ration the water correctly, where I might get a little carried away from time to time. Okay, now, just in case you missed step one, this is a node, and this is what's going to turn green in the water. And all you want to do is get your water to cover that node. So, we're going to let these callus for about an hour. I will demonstrate basically what I'm going to do, and then I'll show you again what they look like. We're going to take this one here, and we have the node up here, and it just happens to be right next to the aerial root. But I also have this node, right there at the very bottom, so I'll end up using the other pieces to prop it, just so that the node is under, but not the aerial roots fully. And that's the thing with them too, is when you put them all in, you can use the other ones to prop them up. But I do want to let, at least, because I cut so many, I want to let them callus, because they do get soggy, and sometimes when they're that small, they slip into the water, and if I don't have one side callus to where I can flip it over, if I don't have enough room to cut it out and without leaving myself room for it to set in the water, then I can flip it over and still cut out the bad if it's callous. So that was a good thing to learn. And it seems like I said callous way too many times. But, so anyways, excuse me. Again, after you've added your water, it's gonna, not look too fantastical. Then you'll start to see your little roots coming in where your nodes are. Those will get longer, and you can, sometimes I get excited, and when they're just little tiny, like that, I get them in dirt. I just keep an eye on them, and if like it starts to look like the plant's sick or it's not going to do anything, like if I'm not seeing any signs of growth, like on this guy, and it'll probably come from the soil. This one already, this was the bottom part of the big plant, the second side. If you watch my YouTube channel, you would know this is the one that was in the shit, I can't think of what it's called. I put it online where you could say if you wanted me to cut the long vine. I held it up next to me. It was about as tall as I am, which is about 5 foot tall. So this is what was left of it that's already growing, and I just potted it, and this was yesterday, because I also rinsed the roots and uploaded the video, and that is coming out of the roots already. So, but this was an already established plant, but it was also freshly transplanted. So, a lot of times when they're freshly transplanted, they go into shock. But anyways, so that's my lesson for today. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time. Look for me on YouTube. I would rather be doing this there. Oh, it's saying I have a slow connection. Of course. Anyway, I'd rather be doing it there, but I have to have at least 50 subscribers to be able to go live to do stuff like this with you. And, I'd like to be able to do way more exciting stuff than that, and be able to have you make suggestions, and I can do that. We can make lists on Monday to do for Friday at 8 or whatever. We just, it's our community, so it's not just up to me. I spend a lot of time at home, so I don't have much free time during the day, so evening is better. And I just look forward to showing you, more stuff, I guess. I do DIY. I fix furniture. I can fix stuff in your house. So if you have, literally any question at all, just ask. If you want me to walk you through it, if you want me to go live, we'll do that too. And like I said, the channel on YouTube, but I forgot to tell you the name. It is Propagation Horror. Yes, that's Horror. WHORE. Propagation Horror and DIY Decor. As you can see, if you gotta be a whore for something, why not propagation? You gotta do something right. So, I thought it would attract the right personalities for my community because, we're a different type. But I'm up for just about anything new and anything crafts, anything DIY, anything paint, plant, or art. We can do it. Or music. So, you just tell me what you want to see. You ask the questions and I'll give the answers. And if I don't have them, I'll ask you. So, y'all have a good night. Don't forget to kiss your babies. And I'll see you next time. Again, that channel on YouTube, Propagation Horror and DIY Decor. Have a good night. Peace.